Good morning, welcome to the Fit to Flourish podcast. Let's talk wellness, finance, and growth.
Luke, I am your father. No, I'm just playing. Yeah, I got the hoodie on. Hey, what's up, guys? Mr. Fit to Flourish. Today, let's get right into it. Let's talk about the absolute best setups. These chart setups, I'm telling you right now, these chart setups is what helped me buy my Corvette, okay? Let's get into it, all right? People always talk about like, oh, you need a setup for trading. Well, freaking give me the setup. Here's the setups. Number one is going to be our double bottom neckline break. All right, what does that look like? We create one bottom here. Our push to the upside is our neckline, and then our move back down creates our second bottom. So that's a double bottom. The neckline is the area where we created a high. And we're not talking about the wick. The wick doesn't count. People always ask me, hey, do you wait for us to get above the wick? No, you wait to get above the closes, because this closing price was the price that was agreed upon as the maximum move. Okay, and this is on the 5-minute time frame. These also work for swing trading are on larger time frames. Okay, so bars act these Japanese candlesticks, they act as fractals, which just means that smaller time frames, larger time frames, they act the same. All right, but if we're day trading, double bottom neckline break, we got the break above. You see the dotted line, we got a break above with the close of this bullish bar above that range. Okay, so that's number one, double bottom neckline play, neckline break. Sorry. All right, the other massive, really good play here. All right, really good setup is this was also a double bottom with the neckline, but this is an opening range, so range breakout. Okay, 15-minute opening range. How does that work? Well, you wait for the first 1 to 3 bars. They create a range. All right, usually you'll get the first 3 bars will create a range. So our low was here, our high was here, and you create that range. We came back down, and then once we closed above the high of the range, that is our breakout. Okay, people are always saying like, oh, you need a setup. You need a setup. I'm giving you guys the setups. All right, for the free ski. They say join my Discord. I'll show you. No. We're giving all that for free here on YouTube. Okay, YouTubity tube. All right, double bottom neckline break. But this is also an opening range, because in the first 15 minutes, you look at each 5-minute bar. You look at the range we create, and then once we break above or below that range, that is when you go long or you go short. All right. So 2 setups so far: double bottom neckline play, and then the opening range breakout. All right. Let's see here. Another good example of a double bottom with a neckline. So double bottom number one, we pushed up, created a neckline, came back down to that low, and then we finally ended up breaking up above and breaking out. All right. Micro double bottom. Where are the other plays? I'm trying to show you guys a really good setup. All right, boom. Here we go. Here we motherfucking go. All right. So this is known as the 920 crossover. All right. 920 crossover. So the 920 crossover is when the pink line crosses below the yellow line. So my pink line is my 9 MA. The yellow line is the 20 MA. Once we get across to the downside, we're usually going to get a pretty big market structure shift, which just means we're going to go from going up to going down. All right. And in this case, we took out these lows. We broke below these lows on a nice bear bar and got a pretty good move to the downside. All right. So the 920 crossover. Let me show some more examples of our 920 crossover. Okay. One example would be here. Our pink line crossing above the 20 or above the yellow line. So that's our move to the upside, and we're taking out these highs here. So it's also a breakout, but the 920 crossover works extremely well to show you exact points where the stock is going to absolutely flip from bearish to bullish or bullish to bearish. Okay. It works to the downside as well. All right. 920 to the downside as well. All right. So let's take a look at some of these charts and actually see where this really takes place. All right, so we're going to go on the 5-minute time frame here. Boom and a boom. All right, so for example, one area where we see a 920 crossover is over here. This pink line crossing below the yellow line. We get a pretty good downside move that continues pretty much forever. And then we get a 920 crossover here to the upside, pink above the yellow, and we get a pretty good upside move. And then same thing to the downside, pretty good downside move. But yeah, works like clockwork here. And then we can see an example of a double bottom with a neckline here. Double bottom. So bottom number one, we get a push to the upside that becomes our neckline. And then bottom number two. All right, so we can actually circle bottom number one. And then we could just copy this over. Oops. All right, not copying it over. All right, we're just going to do this. Bottom number one, bottom number two. And then our neckline right over here. All right, and look, we got that break above that neckline with a nice bullish bar. We got a good move up, and then guess what? We had a retest here. So we came back down to that neckline to establish that as their new support, and then we had a nice continuation to the upside. Right, so really those are going to be the only three plays you need. Just a double bottom neckline break, the opening range breakout. We can actually probably find one of those, and the 920 crossover. Let's see if I can find an opening range breakout. This can be considered an opening range breakout as well here on IWM. We got the 5, 10, 15 minutes here. So in that 15 minutes, we created a range, and our range was here. It was from this being our high, and then this being our low, because we had the 5, 10, 15 minutes. And then cancel this out. Now on the break below this low here, you would want to enter here for a really nice continuation to the downside. Okay. And really, this was just pretty much a gap fill right there. Pretty much a gap fill. All right. But anyways, use those three plays. I'm telling you, every day is shmoney if you just wait for those three plays. Double bottom neckline breaks, 920 crossovers with a lot of momentum. I use the volume RSI as an indicator to show me upside momentum. And then also the opening range breakout. So those setups are literally pretty much the only ones I use. And even on larger time frames, when I'm swing trading, I'm just looking for a 920 crossover with neckline breaks or with structural breaks and momentum. That is it. That is it. If you wait for those, shmoney, absolute shmoney. But if you don't wait for them, if you don't get the 920 crossover, you're gonna be in limbo and you're gonna be taking L's. All right. But those three plays should help you get big money. Hopefully that helps. If you want to see more, let me know. Drop it in the comment, or feel free to join the Discord. I go live every night, every morning, for hours and hours, and just kind of teach all this stuff. And on the weekends, we do master classes and stocks and coffee. So I'll see you guys. Y'all have a good one.